Hey guys, how you doing? What I have here, what you're looking at, is my DX6i, and this is my. Even though I haven't flown a FPV flight yet, this is a setup. I've been waiting on this piece here, the skeletonized GoPro mount for the original HD GoPro, so I can plug video cable in there off of the 5.8 transmitter, 5.8 gigahertz transmitter. It's only 200 milliwatts. I got it off eBay. Picked up these cloverleaf antennas again off eBay from Emily and Lily. I got a 3 blade for the receiver or the transmitter, and the 4 blade for the receiver. I also have I believe this is a 7.4 volt 800 milliamp battery. It's actually an extra battery I bought for the Blade CX3 helicopter, the Notar rotor police helicopter I got. I have, and I was going to power it off of the balance port on the. I was going to power it off the balance port off of the main battery, but I'm going to let that go for now. Right now, what I have is I have the original 2200 milliamp E-flite battery in here, and I didn't want to go ahead and try that, so I'm going to let that go for now. I'm just going to power it off of this. The QX has enough power to lift this, so I'm going to give this a shot for FPV. Plus, if I was to power it off of the balance port, I have the balance plug. I'd have to cut everything and resolder everything, so I'm not going to get into that now. I just want to try it out, see how this is going to work. I want to see what the range is going to be like on the on this transmitter, 200 milliwatts. So we'll see how it goes. But again, getting back to what you were saying here, this is the DX6i, and what I have it mounted to is this is a 7-inch screen that I got off of eBay from E-Tech City, E-T-E-K City. I talked to them. They're great people over there. I bought a little 4.3 inch monitor for my son for a little camera system that I got for him for his cars, and it was going in and out. Now it seems to be working okay. So I emailed them about that, and great communication. This monitor has been nothing but flawless. It pops out of here, this bracket. Okay, it comes out. You can see it here. Plug going in there. And how I have this, okay, here is the receiver mounted on here. It's just rubber banded on here. I might put some Velcro straps on there. I got a piece of foam holding it off there. And when you're looking at it, if you're looking at it like this, you see it's up straight. It's pretty much vertical, so you're not gonna miss a signal, or the signal might be greater or whatever. I haven't tried it out yet with the channels and everything, but we're going to start here. I think it's channel 7. And what I have this mounted to, I cut a notch in here. Cut a notch in here with my Harbor Freight saw. It's the oscillating saw. The new ones are sawing like the Rockwells and stuff. This was a Harbor Freight. I paid like 17 bucks for it. But I'm gonna notch these out. Welded the plastic. These pieces I notched out. I welded across here for more strength. And you'll see I have a pulse battery in here. There's a pulse battery in there, if you can see that. This is a 2550 milliamp battery. It's for a transmitter. As you can see, the TX in there. This is a transmitter battery. So what I have is I have a Y connector here. The Y connector is going to go to it's going to power the monitor, and it's also going to power the receiver. Both operate anywhere from between, I believe they say operate between anywhere between 9 and 12 volts. This is an 11.1 volt, so it shouldn't be a problem. And getting back to this, what you're looking at here, this is a paint tray, a small paint tray. You could probably get these for anywhere between 6 and 10 bucks at Home Depot or Lowe's. Like I said, I notched it out so it slips over the bar here on the transmitter. It'll use a little bungee cord and wrapped it around for security. You can see it goes right underneath the trim tabs in the slot here, just below the power button and right above everything here. So it's nice and neat, and it's not impeding anything. It's not impeding any of your functions or anything. And 4 shallow screws, little small Phillips head screws piercing through there to hold this on, and it's holding it securely. Again, the transmitter is being held on and held off with a piece of foam and a rubber band, and this I might secure with Velcro straps. I'll have to see how it goes right now, because my point is I wanted to mount it on the side so I can rotate at different angles if I'm holding it. But basically you're holding it like this, and that seems to be a good spot. I got to try and figure a better way to hold this on in case the rubber band snaps. But again, this is what you're looking at. It's an FPV. It's nice and lightweight. It slips right on. couple slots in here for the Velcro to hold the battery in. All the wires will tuck into this recessed. All the wires will tuck into this recessed area here. Be able to put them in there. I'm going to put a wooden dowel across there to sort of tie them up there with the, or actually might put a wood dowel through the center and wrap it around there and slip them on there, hold them in there, and this will hold all your wires for everything in there. It's real nice, you know, for do-it-yourselfers. It's a real nice system. It's, you know, it's secure. It's held on there. It moves a little bit, but you know, for the most part, you're not going to be bouncing around and moving around. It allows you function of your transmitter. No problems there. All your buttons are reachable and movable. The only problem is the antenna. But being it's going to be held flatter, I'm not going to worry about any range issues with the antenna. It still moves. You can still see the monitor in there. Still see the monitor in there. It's not a problem with that. It fits right in here. So get that through there. That snaps in, which is really nice. So that's in there, secure, and it's really not a lot of weight. You know, for the looks of it, it's really not a lot of weight. And you might think it's offset, but the monitor's pretty light, and you're holding it. If you're, you know, it's really not awkward at all, and it works. Once the wires get in there, you might have a little more weight there, but for the most part, it seems doable and it seems very reasonable. And you know, worst case scenario, you can get a tripod and mount this to a tripod somehow, you know, with a tripod mount to put it there, or on a table if you plan on doing it that way. Yeah, but this is what's working for me, and this is what I was looking for, something I can put everything together with, so I don't have to worry about, you know, carrying this, carrying that. It all goes together. It all gets tucked into here. It's nice and neat. It's lightweight. It's you know, again, like I said, I welded up here with my plastic, my Harbor Freight plastic welder. This thing you're seeing here, this is my plastic, the Harbor Freight plastic welder. I was trying to cut notches out here. This is one of the reasons why I decided to mount this here, is because I was trying to cut notches out for the cables to go in here. You know, your cables, your audio in and out, and the power. And when I went to go cut it with a pair of dikes, pair of cutters, it literally cut this and shattered all the way up here. So what I did is I went back and I welded this with the Harbor Freight welder, plastic welder, welded underneath, which gave me the idea to weld this across here for supports, because I didn't want it going up too high. I cut the notches a little long here, and when the transmitter goes up, it was hitting the monitor. But I want to be able to, you know, want to be able to keep the antenna sort of on an angle, so I get good reception. I get good distance on the receiver, on the transmitter, and again, trying to keep this vertical, trying to keep the antenna vertical here too, for good reception from the FPV system. Because like I said, it's only 200 milliwatts. I was told that it's not going to be a real great range, but I'm hoping with the clover leaf antennas. I have another set of antennas coming, because these SMA plugs are male plugs on the antennas, which means they have that little dinghy sticking out. And I have the same thing on the receiver and transmitter, with the sort of like the female with the plug in the center. So I had to go to Radio Shack and buy all this stuff here, this piece here, and I had to actually pull the centerpiece out, because this had the centerpiece. This was like a male plug. Had to cut it out, clip it down so I can make contact with all that. I don't know how it's going to work, but that's why I ordered the new antennas. Wanted to reduce the weight on the QX, because, you know, even though it doesn't look like a lot, it's brass. It adds, you know, some, you know, some kilograms, or whatever you want to call it, milligrams or whatever, and you know, every little bit counts. So what that'll do is, with these new antennas that I'm getting, will allow me to eliminate this and just use the antenna itself. And here's the setup on here on the QX. Again, the 7.4 battery, the skeletonized GoPro that I got off eBay. This was only like 15 bucks. I'll have to get the seller for you on eBay, but this is for the original GoPro. And the recess in the QX, where the QX logo is, where the electronics on the other side sit, this actually fits right in there and holds it in there pretty securely. So all I did was took some elastic bands and held it on there to hold the wires down. And this isn't going to come in contact with the propellers at all. This is pretty tight in here, so that'll stay up there. And yeah, there it is. So I'm looking for a good flight. I'm going to try and take it out today once I get this all put together, and see how this goes. But for the most part, this is a setup I got for my FPV. Again, a little $8 to $10, $6 to $10 miniature paint tray. Miniature paint tray here, and held on with the bungee cords, and cut the notches out here with a little welding. The battery sits in there, a 2550 milliamp transmitter battery from Pulse. I got this from Go Nitro Hobbies too, the same place I got the Electron 2700 milliamp batteries for the QX. Guys are real nice guys. the quick responses. They get right back to you and they ship everything out ASAP. So, but this is it, guys. I mean, this is what you're looking at. Just wanted to show you guys in case you're looking for a little FPV platform, something inexpensive. I wanted to use a paint tray again, was my option here. I found it, is because it's plastic, it's not metal. I had some aluminum angles, real small aluminum angle I was going to use. As a matter of fact, I'll show it to you. I had some aluminum angle from a project I had before, but I didn't want any metal whatsoever interfering with any of the radio signals. So when I found this, the transmitter, when I found the paint tray, I figured, you know, that's going to be key right there. It's plastic. It's not going to interfere with anything. It's going to allow the electronics to operate properly. You're not going to have any interference, anything going in and out. So I mean, you know, that's pretty much it. That's how it's going to work. So we'll see how it goes. The monitor I got for like $33.99. Like I said, from E-Tech City, comes with a remote. Comes with the tray it goes in. It comes with the remote, which works great. Comes with this stand. This stand can either bolt down if you wanted to put something more permanent, like a I don't know, like a desk or something. If you planted on flying some serious FPV, this is the piece that goes into the bottom of the monitor here. And then there's another part, a sticky part that's double-sided tape. You stick it to here, stick it there, and it'll stick down. And it's actually the same shape as this. But all in all, for 34 bucks, you can't beat it. 7-inch monitor, and it works great. Picture's great. So, yeah, you'll see it on some of the videos I'm going to post soon. But just wanted to show you this FPV setup for any guys out there working on the cheap, like me, or just trying to utilize what you have instead of going out and buying something or manufacturing something. If you have a 3D printer, you can obviously, you know, build mounts and stuff for this. It'll work a lot better. But this is what I had, and this is what I'm working with, DX6i. And everything's reachable. No interference with any of the buttons or anything. It's not impeding your vision of the screen or anything, so you know, this is what I'm working with, and I'm pretty sure to have some success with it. Try and get out to fly it later on today once I get all this stuff mounted up in here, and maybe we'll show some videos of that. All right, guys, appreciate it. Thanks a lot. Keep flying.